Hello, how are you guys?
Very good.
Good, thank you.
Nice to see
The
you.
grand finale. First of all, I feel like it's so bittersweet for everyone because obviously 15 years of your lives. Hugh, I'll start with you. Just what was the moment that it finally hit you that this is it, that after 15 years it's over?
I think when Julian finally signed off on the final script, and there is such a sense of finality about it.
Yeah.
Certainly finality for our generation. I think that Castle is the central character, still stands and could tell more stories, I'm sure. But for us at the time was right. In fact, we've been struggling to say goodbye for about 10 years since the end of the TV show. That really felt like an ending. That's, I think, when we all expressed great emotion, because that, as far as we were concerned, was the end of it. But here we are 3 films later. But this is the final film for sure.
Yeah, because fans are holding out hope.
I know.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Also, it's great that they still, like, even people who've seen the movie come up and said this can't be the end. And I think that's the right note to go out on. You want to go out like a boxer with a couple of fights still left in you.
Yeah, not fans saying, "Oh my God, it's still on." Yes.
I like the idea of the audience sort of taking over their stories and imagining how all these characters are going to develop over the years, and what Robert's life will be like in the Dower House, and Tom on his estate, and Molesley, tapping away on his typewriter,
writing an Oscar-winning
screenplay. Yeah. So
I think the fan fiction world is going to have a absolute field day.
Let's pass it over to them and see what they come up with.
Oh, that's amazing. No, I mean, it's nice to see, obviously, like putting a nice bow and going out on top, like you said, Alan. Do you feel like at the end with Tom's story that you were satisfied with how it ended?
Very much so, yeah. I think if you look at Tom's arc coming from chauffeur to where he ends up, and to be a confidant for Robert, if you'd even said that to me as an actor in the first season, that when I first walked in to be introduced as the new chauffeur, that I'd be here 15 years later giving him advice on how to run the estate as a character, I wouldn't have believed it. So I do feel that it's a lovely button and end for Tom's story, the fact that he's really found his place, and the fact that in the scenes where he can turn to Robert and with great kindness and love and gratitude say, I think this is your time to finish up. I think it shows a great journey and progression for him.
Definitely. How about with Joseph Mosley?
He sort of finds contentment and, married life and everything that he wasn't expecting. The lovely thing about this whole show has been how Julian has sort of shown not only societal change, societal change, but also the benefits that come with that. And so the people downstairs, especially, when I think of all of those characters, how their horizons were broadened over the years, and so through education, and so somebody like Molesley, who was clearly quite an intelligent bloke, but he had limited options in terms of his career. Suddenly, the world is open to him, and I think that's a lovely thing. And I thought that was one of the great successes of not only the TV show but also the films as well. Sort of seeing how progress is made in society, especially for the female characters as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, and Hugh, I'll start with you. Change is a central theme, if not the theme of obviously the storyline. Did it impact just kind of how you see our society today, and just seeing how progress slowly but surely can happen in a short period of time?
I think that's one of the joys of Julian's storytelling. There are all these things that we take for granted, which in their days were inventions. So be it the telephone or the wireless or the refrigerator, all these things or electricity even, that threaten the status quo in some way, shape or form, which of course, we take for granted. So one can look back and think, oh, that's always been with us. But then you realize that actually it's only a generation ago that these things were new. So everything that new we encounter today, yes, we're terrified in some ways about AI and the way that it is transforming at a exponential rate. But I think one would hope that humanity's experience is such that you adopt it to the best of its advantages, and or like the Betamax tape, it may not survive.
Yeah. I remember when the iPhone was introduced.
Oh yeah.
The change that brought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alan, was there a moment for you on set? That it was emotional, or just walking away from something that's been so central in your life?
Yeah, when I was saying goodbye to the family at the end of the movie where Tom leaves, and we have this great moment of the family saying goodbye in a way as well, and the big change happening. It definitely was emotional, but I felt a great sense of pride and excitement at the fact that we'd done it, you know. And it was what Julian Fellows said after the London premiere. I shook his hand and he went, "We did it," you know. And it's that sense that, you know, we made it. We were here. Yeah. We got to the end. So I did feel that while it's sad, I'm also obviously Irish and I'm repressing my emotions and I'm on my own when I'm not around these people. But it is becoming very final, and it's becoming very real that I won't have the guaranteed opportunity to share.
Thank you. I thought you weren't going to touch my leg then.
I thought I wasn't going to have the opportunity, you know. But you know, and who knows when I'll touch these legs again? Yeah,
I could feel the emotion coming out finally. All right, what do we take from set? What are the momental moments?
Is that a thing? Is that a thing over here?
Yes, you're supposed to steal something.
Are you?
Yeah. Get arrested in the UK. Well, I think, memories mainly, but I think I have got one of Lady Mary's wedding cards, you know, the sort of wedding wedding sheets.
I have the red dress that's in the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually, I'm going to go up and cry in that now.
Well, in London at the moment, they're doing an auction of all of the props, all the costumes for charity. So
you can buy them. You can have the bells.
Yeah.
Lady Mary's wedding dress is currently at £5,000.
A steal, a bargain at the price.
Yeah. So yeah, go online depending on when you broadcast this, but I think it ends on the 16th of August, September.
Yeah.
And it's at Bonham's in London. So you can go online, look up the Downton Abbey memorabilia, and you too could. Actually, the car that you drove is up for auction.
Branson's car.
Yeah,
really.
That sounds pricey.
That would be pricey. The board of all the bells down in the servants' quarters. That's a very hot ticket. Yeah, that's up at 18 grand, I think.
18.
Mm.
Yeah, but you know, whoever's buying that, they think it's a great idea, and then they get it home and they go, "Where am I going to put this?"
It doesn't really fit into the aesthetic.
Yeah, right.
Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it. Congratulations on just all the success that you guys have experienced with the show.
Thank you very much.